what is grifting?
Like grifting is like, I mean, it's like you see what's happening in the world, like the hot news item, right? Like the biggest grift right now is obviously the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef, right?
Hmm.
And if you're going to grift off it, it's become so big. People grift off it because, if you talk about it or make a video about it, then you're gonna get in, like I said, engagement. We got people that like college professors and stuff. People who never comment about
Rap at all?
at all. Never have. Here they come. Here they come. You know what I mean? So but it doesn't just stop there. When the elections come, or back when Trump was or the first time when he got elected, people just jumped on the wagon. People, that's grifting. You know what I mean? Now some
So
people say like you don't really so a lot of these grifters don't even believe in what they're saying. And that's
okay.
true. Some of them don't even believe in it. But I don't like, and a lot of people like will say it's a negative term. I don't really see it as that. I mean, it's really just you're just hustling for, I mean, if you're a content creator, and this is what a lot of people are doing, a lot of people make money off their side job, or this may be their main job. You got to keep up with what's hot in the internet space. So if you grift off it, you're talking about it. You're making content about it. You know what I mean? You're making tweets about it, videos about it. It's just keeping engaged on what's hot. Now, some people was, there's other things of grifting. You might be trolling, that might be your grift, or you might be talking about basketball. It's like there's dedicated Laker fans, dedicated LeBron stands. That's their grift. They could get online, talk about LeBron all day. That's they call it a day. It's
So
it's
it
a
sounds like what you're saying, because I was a little, so I thought that a grifter by definition is somebody who doesn't believe what they're saying. But it sounds like what you're saying is that a grifter can believe what they're saying. The nature of grifting is more about like exploitation. It's like you're exploiting a situation for, monetary gain or views or whether you believe it or not.
Yeah, exactly. You put it perfectly. It's exploitation. You're
Gotcha.
exploitating the subject.
Okay.
But yeah, but like a lot of it started like a lot of people were calling people grifters, and they're like a lot of people were like talking about Trump, and but they weren't Trump guys. They weren't, you know what I mean? That's what really in the political space
Oh, there's a lot
people,
of grifting there.
yeah, there was a lot of grifting in that. So once Trump fell out of favor, here they became anti-Trumpers and stuff. Then they like, and people called them grifters and shit like that.
Okay. So, A, have you ever grifted? And B, I know you said that you don't think it's necessarily a negative term.
Hmm.
So if it's not necessarily a negative term, is there anything wrong with grifting?
I really don't think there's anything wrong with grifting. It's just the nature of the beast now in 2024. You can't get around it. It's part of the internet. It's part of life. It's different than when I was coming up and stuff like that. Have I ever grifted? Yeah, like I mean, I try not to do it. Like,
What was the last grift, Unc?
I mean, I kind of grifted a little bit on this Kendrick and Drake thing. But I'm trying to cut it out. I'm done with it. You know what I mean? But
Same here.
but I don't know. I don't think I grift as heavy as like back in the Trump day. Yeah, probably I grifted a lot. You
Like
know,
in Trump's favor or against Trump?
the first time, the 2016 election. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, it was probably heavy on that. But I don't know. I try to like, sometimes I get tired of social media. You know what I mean? And then like sometimes I get tired of the takes. Like sometimes I just want to put my thoughts out there and keep it moving, or see if I find something funny I want to share with people. Maybe give them a laugh for the day or something
Mhm.
like that. Put a smile on their face. Yeah, I try to do that. I don't really. I try not to grift anymore. Like that. There's nothing wrong with it. But like, the thing is, like, say you have a subject you like to talk about on Twitter or on whatever social media platform, and like you're not, they might call you a grifter, but then all of a sudden it gets hot. That's the hottest thing to talk about, right? You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So then people will accuse you of being a grifter. I just want to find a space where like, I'm happy with what the subject matter I put out there and stuff like that, and just keep it moving. But it's the nature of the beast for people that try to make a way on social media.
Yeah. I feel like grifting, I might agree with you. There's nothing innately wrong with it. The problem though is if word on the street gets around that you are a grifter, um people just ain't gonna take you seriously though. Like and getting that stench off for you is hard. Like you see how hard Drake is fighting right now to get this stench off of him. Like
Uh,
he was, I get it. So once people are like, oh, you a grifter, Candace Owens, right? Candace, people got mad at me I said a while back, I said, Candace, it is going to be hard for you to make like inroads with black people when, and I'm sorry, this is objectively true. I'm not saying this should be it should be this way. I'm saying it is this way. When you only disparage black people or speak in a way that is viewed as disparaging to black people, but you surround yourself at all times with white people,
mhm.
no one's gonna be like, they're not gonna care what you're saying, even if it's true or has some truth in it. Right? You're gonna come across as a grifter, right? And then she did the thing with Bitch Pero and the Jew stuff, and then now she's like Catholic now, I think. Um, so that is the danger though, where your word means nothing now. You're like a whore.